Hey, folks, hello. It is, Moscow Mitch Friday or something. Welcome to a live stream that we hadn't really planned very much. Ken is grumbly because we didn't give him a lot of time to prepare, but that's okay because he's not going to be turning on his microphone, I don't think. So, but we are here because it's the final push, right? It is an absolute time to do everything you can. Like I said, democracy, folks, not a spectator sport. Climb out of the stands, get on the field, and leave it all there because none of us want to wake up on November 4th or whenever we determine who won and go, I should have done more. I guess I didn't need to watch all that sports ball that final weekend. No, we need to actually get active. And we're here to walk you through that process. So we're going to do a special GOTV special. We've got a unique and special message from Amy that we're going to share with you. We got updates on our campaigns to Ditch Mitch on November 3rd, our 5K for KY campaign brought to us by Nate, which is really exciting. Our final weekly See a Senator Saturday demonstration coming up. That's just tomorrow, which is exciting. So yeah, 4 days until November 3rd, folks. And if you want to help out, do it. We can up our Facebook spend. If you make a contribution right now, give us $50. We'll spend it to spread the word. And if you haven't seen our ad, you should watch it because it's great. Ken did amazing work. It's very compelling. And we're spreading it wide on Facebook, but we can get more eyeballs on it. We are seeing a lot of conservative folks watching it, and they are making their comments. But we are shutting them down relatively quickly because we're right and our facts are accurate and they are full of trash. Anyway, so we're going to challenge you to take action every single day between now and November 4th to defend our democracy from Moscow Mitch. And quick intro, see who else is with us right now tonight. Who are you? Where are you? And what does your protest sign? So I'm Aaron. I'm coming to you from Charlesburg, a lovely suburb in Lexington, Kentucky. My sign says, "Save our democracy. Vote to ditch Mitch." Who's next? Nate, you ready?
I'm so ready. Hey, folks, this is Nate Orshan broadcasting live from Kitson, my lovely home here in South Frankfurt. And tonight, my sign would say, and it's kind of a big sign, it would say, hey,
Nate.
Ho, ho, hypocritical treason weasels who don't do jack for Kentucky, gotta go, go, go. Hashtag vote Amy.
Such a large sign. Are you sure you're not just developing a billboard each and every time? I've looked back at our signs and I don't know that you've ever had a sign that's like less than 20 words. It is like you are not a big fan of the short, pithy, which is funny because you do puns well, but they're always very
editing
long.
what can I say, Aaron? Editing is hard.
Gotta kill your babies. Just like Amy. We've got a special guest with us. Not really a special guest. He's with us every show, but he's live today, so this is very special. Doug, what's up?
Yeah, I want to say something about Nate. Hello. Can you hear me?
Frozen? That hasn't happened yet.
I don't know. Let me turn my video off and see if maybe
you're fine.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, good. Nate is full of words.
So many words.
Many words. Yeah, I'm coming to you from my house in Harrison County, Kentucky. And my sign would say, this is kind of a shout out to one of the things we're going to talk about here in a little bit. My sign would say, see ya, Senator Saturday, honk to ditch Mitch.
Honk to ditch Mitch. Hey, Ken, can you whip up a little honk sound effect? Can you do that? So I was holding that sign earlier today, Doug.
Oh,
the sign that you developed, the honk to ditch Mitch. I'm a little concerned that some people might think, oh, I honked, I'm good, I don't have to vote. Right? Like, I feel like a little bit of no, and also vote. Vote to ditch Mitch. That's more important. But the honks make me feel good when I'm standing there on the corner. If y'all remember our previous co-host, Denise Gray. Denise, who is now working for Amy, she recruited me to be on her visibility team today. So I was, in fact, out there on the corner of Main Street and street that starts with an O over by the Salvation Army. A lot of good honks. I feel like more honks maybe than we usually get on our Saturday. And I didn't get flipped off once. I got a thumbs down, but I did not get flipped off once. So I feel like we're doing more important work out on Harrodsburg Road. I think that's where more of the Lord's country, where we really do need to be spreading the word, because they might not see it otherwise. All right, so we are going to do a few different things, but before I get into that, I wanted to show off my shirt, because I'm a big fan of this shirt, and I want to make sure everyone sees it. All right, there's my microphone. It says it's time to vote. And what I love about this shirt is it's a big old Trump flag type truck, but it's from Pearl Jam, and it's got little logos on the truck, and it's got Black Lives Matter and ACLU and Planned Parenthood, and so it's I think it's a little ironic. I think is what it is, but
can't find a better band. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is what happens. We don't have a whole week to prep. It all goes off the rails very quickly. But whoever is watching, both of you right now, we've got some exciting stuff. We're excited about having Amy join us. And we are going to talk a little bit about what we are doing tomorrow and how important it is that you join us. I'm going to throw it to Nate to talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So this is every show we try to do a call to action, and lately it's been for like the week. We're giving you something to do every day, darn day of the week. And tomorrow, gosh darn it, Saturday, October 31st, Halloween. Our call to action is that you get your butt down to the corner of Harrodsburg Road and Corporate Drive in Lexington, just down the street from #Moscow Mitch's Lexington office. And join us from the hours of 3 to 4:30 for our last See a Senator Saturday final rally. We're going to have signs. Some of us are going to be in costumes and special guests. Special guests? What? No, this is for real. So we have at least two wonderful folks coming up, two great Kentuckians. First off, super progressive and super Kentuckian Mike Broihier. You remember him from the primary campaign, and he's been just a great supporter for Amy ever since, and he's just a super guy. He's just one of the coolest guys ever. So I'm just so pumped he's going to be there. And then on top of that, we're going to be joined by a legislator, State Senator Reggie Thomas, who's been fighting for Lucky District 13 since 2014, and he's going to be joining us, waving signs. And it's, they call it GOTV, get out the vote, the last weekend before an election. And sort of everything goes haywire trying to get voters out to do their thing. So, and stop by for Amy McGrath and Joe Biden, long dramatic pause, yard signs, and help show Lexington and Central Kentucky that there is nothing scarier than 6 more years of Mitch McConnell. Some of us may be in costume. Some of us may be dressed up as the Grim Reaper. Thanks, Deborah Girth. And all of us, though, will be masked. So, at least even if you wear that, you're totally fitting in. And we will have a few signs you can use, but feel free to bring your own Ditch Mitch themed signs. So again, tomorrow, October 31st, Halloween, 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., just before trick-or-treating time, which you shouldn't be doing because you don't want to expose your kids to coronavirus. The corner of Harrodsburg Road and Corporate Drive in Lexington. And I'm going to be there. Aaron's going to be there. Kit's going to be there. Doug's going to be there. Mike Broyer's going to be there. State Senator Reggie Thomas is going to be there. And you could join us and be part of the fun games, hijinks, and telling people that we're just not going to take Mitch McConnell anymore. Please vote him out of office. Sweet. Back to you, Aaron.
That's exciting. You know who else is going to be there? I think Denise Gray will be there. And I think maybe some of the Amy McGrath visibility team will be there as well. because I suggested they do that as they're recruiting me for their visibility events. I'm like, well, you know what? We've got an visibility event you could come out to, and that's very public, and we've invited the world to come and join us, so it's not behind the scenes coordination, in case you're wondering there, IRS. All right, so so what I did want to talk about, we've got some tips on voting, and I was going to at this point throw to one of our co-hosts, but she's not here. So I'm gonna just ask the crew, hey guys, have you voted? How'd you vote? Any tips on voting? And I'll start. So I voted absentee because I was concerned about coronavirus. So I filled it out. I actually did a live stream, I think, and filled it out. And then I went and dropped it off in one of the drop boxes over at the Beaumont Library, which was very conveniently located close to our See a Senator Saturday location. So if you have not dropped off your ballot, you could come tomorrow to our event. Come a little early, go drop it off in the box, or, just wait till after the event, drop it off. If you're like me, you would probably forget that you were going to do that, and then you wouldn't do it. So I'm just saying, just come a little early, drop it off so you remember. Because let's not mess around. We cannot monkey around with our democracy right now, people. Get the votes in. So that's what I'm talking about. Nate, I think you voted recently. How'd you do it?
I did. So here at Frankfurt, I actually live about a mile away from where the poll is at the moment at the old Frankfurt Plant Board building. It's now connected to the fire department and the city hall. But it was really easy. I went Thursday and did not have to wait very long. And everyone had masks on and was super friendly. And I chose to vote with an old-fashioned ballot because I'm still a little bit sentimental that way. I've been voting for 30 years now, and sort of if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And then I also like there's kind of this moment where you're standing there really, with the ballot in hand, and you're filling it out in a pencil, and it takes you all the way back to when you were in school doing those god awful multiple choice tests or the SATs and whatnot. But it's like you're part of this sort of tradition of sort of making your mark literally on democracy. And so it's, in a sense, it's a little anticlimactic when it's done, because it's like you're expecting, like a band or the chorus of angels to start talking. But what you really what I come away with is this deep, deep sense of satisfaction that I've played a role in electing our next Senator, Amy McGrath, and our next Congressman in the 6th District, Josh Hicks, and certainly, woo-hoo, and certainly our next president, Joe Biden, of the great state of Delaware. So,
that your vote for Joe Biden will not amount to a hill of beans.
Oh, now he's familiar with the
Electoral College. Unfortunately, that vote is mostly a protest vote here in bright red Kentucky. But I did want to say, I saw a picture of you after you had voted, Nate. And it was very inspiring on many levels. You had your I voted sticker, so maybe you didn't get a chorus of angels, but you in fact got a sticker. I did not get a sticker when I dropped off my ballot. No sticker for me. Just satisfaction.
Yeah. And again, old school. Like I said, I've been voting for a few decades now, and that's part of the ritual too. Is someone hands you a sticker, and you're like, okay, closure. We've closed the loop, and my part here is done, and I can make way for someone else in line to occupy this booth.
I will say this. So one, the Kentucky stickers are lame. And they really, like, Michael Adams needs to step up his game, because it's not a specific to Kentucky sticker. It's just like the very boring I voted sticker. Whereas when I was in Louisiana, I had a lovely, like, blue dog I voted sticker that was really great. And in fact, I could have sold it on eBay for quite a bit of money. I didn't, because that's not what democracy is about. But I will say this, Nate, one additional observation from the photo of you post voting. I'm not sure you voted for the right people. Like, your glasses seemed very fogged up, very steamy. I don't know if you saw who you were actually voting for when you were filling out the number 2 pencil bubble.
It's true. I just rolled the die. You got me. You got me fair and square, Aaron. I just was filling stuff out at random, and there, but for the grace of God, did I vote correctly?
You voted for Brad Barron. God damn it.
Probably. Yeah.
All right. Next, Doug Price in lovely
Yes.
Cynthiana. How'd you vote? What are your tips on voting?
I would love to share my story about how my wife and I voted. We decided we were going to do absentee ballot. First time we've ever done an absentee ballot. We're old enough where we felt like it wouldn't be a good idea to vote in person. We felt like we could believe in the process. So we requested our ballot the day that you could request it. And we received our ballot on September the 25th. Filled it out, took it to our courthouse on October 1st. I have all this information down because let me finish the story. Dropped it off October 1st. And then the next day we start checking the Kentucky Secretary of State website where you can go and find out whether your ballot has been sent out and whether it's been received and all that stuff. So finally, on October the 16th, my wife's ballot is recognized. The 17th comes, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, and I'm calling the Harrison County clerk. I don't know, not every day, but every 2 or 3 days, trying to find out what is going on. And finally, her ballot was received on October the 16th, and my ballot was finally received 2 days ago. And I did get the email from the Secretary of State's office saying that we now have your ballot. I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that I've sent 2 or 3 letters to the editor about needing to retire Mitch McConnell. I think it was just the way they counted the ballots. But yes, my wife and I have voted now, and other than it took a while for it to register, it was really good. I hope we continue to do this in the future.
Well, I'm sure it was because you're a troublemaker, Doug. Like, well, I don't know. We're gonna let this guys go through. But that's quite a while. So what you're telling me is a completely smooth process and worked exactly as intended. So that's the tip. I'd like to see how you voted. Go ahead and add it in the comments. Let us know how you voted. If you voted, if you haven't voted, I'm going to text you immediately and make sure you have a plan to vote. Because that's what we do. We send them in batches of 300. We get lots of texts out there. Lots of people come back at us with not very nice things. But many people are supportive and are excited to be ditching Mitch. Anyway, we've got a lot of things we're doing. We're doing group texts right now through texting, getting thousands and thousands of folks texts that they did not ask for and sometimes are not appreciative of. But we are also helping them make their plan to vote. So put in the comments, how did you vote? How are you voting? What's your plan? Where are you going? Because it's all different. Things are all different. But what was exciting is that Michael Adams, Mitch Minion #1, did admit that this seems to be there are some improvements. This is actually better. So I don't know what's wrong with the guy. Apparently he likes the kind of bipartisan accolades that come from actually helping people to vote, which is a very anti-Republican way of looking at things. I guess it's because he's in a deep red state. It doesn't really matter what happens. Like we'll see. If we flip Kentucky and it votes for Biden, I'm sure he's shutting up and things are changing. But right now he's like saying, yeah, let's, maybe we should do some of things more frequently. Maybe it's better to give people more opportunity to vote as opposed to a very short 12-hour window on a random Tuesday. So he said that, which is exciting. But I wanted to underscore something that Kimberly had said. Unfortunately, Kimberly Cecil Adams cannot be here because we did this kind of last minute. And apparently she has more important things to do with her time, which I don't really buy. But she pointed out we should not be encouraging people to mail in their ballots at this point, right? Because it's Friday and the votes need to be in, well, all right, they need to be postmarked at least by Tuesday. And the mail has been a little bit wonky because Mitch McConnell is a horrible human and appointed horrible people to oversee the post office. So don't mail your ballot. but drop off your ballot. Do something with your ballot. Don't just, throw it away. I'm sure everyone who's watching this live stream, is as a committed voter. But if for whatever reason, I just talked you out of it, pointing out that like Biden's probably not going to win Kentucky, ignore me. Bring the ballot to a drop box and make sure it is heard. Okay, people, can we all pinky swear? If you have not mailed in your ballot, you have an absentee ballot, do something with it that is not put in the mail, but it's not put in the garbage either. Take it and drop it off. There's lots of different locations. And because we're not Texas. Do you know this? Like in Texas, there's one drop box for Houston. the entire county that Houston is in, which is bigger than, most countries, I think. I don't know. It's a very large area, and there's one drop box. And here in Fayette County, I think we've got like 8 or 9. Like we got plenty. And we're no Houston. Anyway, Texas sucks. But it might flip, and Kentucky probably won't. So whatever that's worth. All right. Anyone else? Any voting tips they want to share? Doug or Nate?
Make sure you got plenty of rest the night before,
Yeah, no, if you're doing in person, there very well will be lines. So if you have not requested an absentee ballot, go in person tomorrow, Monday. Try to avoid Tuesday because I think there will be lines on Tuesday, right? How many spots are there in Franklin County to vote in person, Nate?
Kit would know that. I think there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3. I don't think as many as a typical year, but the trade-off is that there's been just this ultra generous early voting time, and I think people have really been availing themselves of it. I think there were hundreds of people voted today, from what I hear. So that may mitigate things a lot. I think but I don't want to turn this into a game. Here's my worry. Like if we tell people, oh, you should go on Monday because there'll be fewer lines, fewer people than on Tuesday, whatever. Then if they can't get there, then they're sort of disheartened from the get-go because, oh, I messed up, I should have gone earlier. Now and sometimes most of the people, like I think the people who are watching the show and us and our loved ones are the kind of people who would vote, through a storm of locusts, right? Because we know it, like Aaron, like you've said before about Republicans, how they tend to vote like it's their job, like they're just dedicated to it. And we're those types of voters too. But you can see where this is going. There's this whole kind of constellation of voters who are sort of on the fence. Maybe they don't know a lot about what's, who's running and whatever, or maybe they're on the margins and working 2 jobs and have a few kids and really don't have time. So it's like, and that's my point, is I don't want to discourage anyone. I don't want to be even a little bit, if you're one of these people who's on the fence. So I will stop it there and just say that, whenever you vote, it's going to be great because your beautiful self will be there doing what all of us need to do for democracy.
Absolutely. I am pretty sure that our viewership have all voted. Maybe 98%. There's some who I just really like to vote on Tuesday, so I'm going to do that. And they will absolutely battle the locusts. That said, just, lines aren't a great idea, right? So it's COVID. So make sure you wear a mask, make sure you stay 6 feet from the people. So the lines will be very long because they'll be quite spread out. But they'll hopefully be relatively quick moving. But I will say this, you can vote tomorrow. You can vote, at least in Fayette County, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can vote tomorrow. And then Monday, you can vote 8:30 to 4 p.m. And then, of course, Election Day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So do what you're going to do. Just make it happen. Get out there, people. Doug seems to be raising his hand because apparently this is, middle school. Go ahead.
This is Mother May I, okay?
Just bust in. We've been dealing with Kimberly Cecil Jones. Just go.
All right. Couple of things to mention. Let me toss out the election protection hotline. If you go to vote and you have a problem, there's a 800 number you can call. It's 866 our, O-U-R, vote, V-O-T-E. And one other thing I want to mention, I happen to have some information on the number of people who have voted already as of October the 29th. It's approximately 1.3 million, or 36% of the registered voters have voted early, which is amazing to think about. About 540,000 absentee ballots and 743,000 in person.
That's great.
That's great.
Democracy. I can just smell the democracy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, that's my dog. Sorry. No. All right. So let's do this really quick. We're going to go to our closing message, our special message from Amy McGrath, a special message just for you, well, for us, for the Mitch McConnell Retirement Committee. And I wanted to let you know that Saturday, tomorrow, be there. Come on, people, show up. It's our last big chance. Make sure you show up. 3 to 4:30. You're gonna have some great special guests, special speakers. We're gonna have some great signs. You can come and get your, Amy sign, your Biden sign to take home with you because you want to put them up now. Final flourishing of extra yard signs. Show that momentum. So definitely, even if you're not a big yard sign person, grab one and put it up just for a couple days, just for a few days. Most importantly, let's do this, huh? Right. So. Let's hear from Amy, though, if we can cue that up and hear from her.
Sorry I couldn't join you all live. I really enjoyed joining the live stream during the primary. Thank you so much for all your work to retire Mitch McConnell. Right now, we are just days away from actually making that happen. But in order to do that, we have to mobilize everyone to vote and make sure everyone can get to the polls. I'm flying myself all across this Commonwealth, talking to every Kentuckian I can, encouraging them to vote and inspiring them to help others to vote. Please don't wait till Election Day. We have more options than ever before here in Kentucky, including early in-person voting. Early voting is happening right now, Monday through Saturday. My team has put together a website. It's KentuckyVotes.com. That has a voting plan tool that will show you where your early voting locations are. And if you have an absentee ballot, please mail it in or drop it in at a drop box today. Those drop boxes are on KentuckyVotes.com where their locations are. Don't wait. It's not enough just to vote this year. You need to get your friends, your families to vote too. Call them, text them. Make sure that they have a plan to vote. This is the most important election of our lifetime. Everything's on the line. Our healthcare, our economy, equality, the future of our democracy. We have an opportunity to retire Mitch McConnell once and for all. And we are closer to doing that than we've ever been before. But it's going to take all of us working together. My team and I are working very hard to get every last person to the polls. And I just ask you to do everything you can in these next few days to mobilize supporters. Thank you all again for all of your hard work. You know I'm out there working hard too.
Yep. There it was. Amy McGrath, Lieutenant Colonel McGrath, our closing orders. Get out there and vote, people. Make sure your friends vote. Woo! Make sure, everyone who is not a Mitch voter makes it to the polls. Let's do that. Remember, if they're Republicans and they're going to vote for Mitch, they go on the 4th. I can't say that. That's illegal. I didn't say that. I'm just kidding. Just a joke. Anyway, when the lawyers come after Indivisible's nonprofit status because I made a joke.
Right.
You guys know I said it was a joke.
You saw it
how
here,
they cut this video. A joke. All right. So final closing moments. What are you going to do to help her win? Because she is so much better than Mitch. Good God, we got to get rid of that guy, right? What are you going to do to help her win? We're going to do round robin. What are you going to do? I'm going to go with Doug Price first. What are you going to do?
I'm going to continue doing the through texting. It's been a great experience. I learned a lot of new words or heard a lot of
swear words, new curse words.
It's been fun. I've made some connections too.
Yeah, no, we actually have people coming out to our protests from our through texting, right? People through texting other people that we met through texting. So it really does, in fact, work. That's great. Nate, what are you doing?
It is awesome. Oh gosh. So I mean, I'm going to be doing lit drops, anti-Mitch McConnell literature drops. I'm going to be doing calling for Amy, which is, depending on the way you do it, you either you dial yourself, and there's a lot of people who just don't pick up, or you do this auto dialer, which is this kind of interesting thing that kind of launches you into people's phones, and it's sort of got its own kind of hyperactive feel to it, but it's a cool experience anyway. So I'm doing that. Oh, and of course, lest we forget, the See You Senator Saturday, protest that we're doing tomorrow, 3 to 4:30 p.m. at the corner of Harrodsburg Road and Corporate Drive in lovely Lexington, with Mike Broihier, Senator Reggie Thomas, and I might even be dressed up as the Grim Reaper. You never know. So that is some direct action you can do that shows your fellow Kentuckians just you are, Mitch, and just how much they should join you in voting against our hopefully soon-to-be ex-senator.
That's awesome. Yep. So I'm doing all those things. I am also, as Nate mentioned, we're doing a lit drop Sunday morning. If you want to do it, if you want to take part of it, I think we're going to do it in Lexington. The People's Campaign, No More Mitch literature. It's really good literature. On the back, it's got all the places you can vote on it, so it's very useful. I did some today. Going to do some more on Sunday. We got a great, a few hundred doors that we want to knock out. So if you want to help us, come on out. Add your name in the comments section, and we'll hook you up with some literature. Safe. We wear masks. I don't know if we've got any extra, but we got the Ditch Mitch mask, which is very popular. And I want to thank our one of our supporters who printed those up and and made those available to us, which is really fantastic, Cece. And then other things I'm going to do. I'm going to do some visibility stuff. Help Denise Gray out with her visibility events. Phone banking. I think I signed up for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I really hope that's the auto dialer, because I don't really want to dial a lot at 9 a.m. in the morning. I mostly want to just drink my coffee and talk to people who pick up. But you have a lot to do, people. Don't take a rest. Just do the work, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be like a drill sergeant, but I do want to be a drill sergeant. I want you to get out there and take action, because why not? Like, what do you got to lose? Just, our flipping democracy. We have 6 more years of this guy. How he's eroded it so far. What's left, right? Man, we got to get rid of him. And I am not going to, I am not going to wake up after the election going, well, man, I really could have done more. I don't know why I didn't do more. So let's do it all. Any final thoughts, folks?
No. I mean, at a certain point, there's the diminishing returns, right?
Oh no, yeah, I'm sure people are gone, right? People are already tuned out. They're out. They're out.
It's like we're filibustering for their attention. I was going to, and you're forced to. I'm going to, convert you and change your mind and persuade you.
No, our people are
pay attention to me, and then I'm going to, convert you and change your mind and persuade you.
No, our people are already made up their minds. They're already with us, or they're just waiting for horrible moments that they can record and share and say, hey, look, Amy's part of these radical socialists who want to take away your guns or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
I think actually most of our viewers at this point are Mitch McConnell trackers.
Right. Hey, Jim. Hey, Larry.
They're they got their own private conversation in the chat or something like that. Anyway, no, thanks everybody. Thanks for doing this at the kind of last minute, Doug, Nate, Ken. And I'm excited about this election. Excited to run through that tape with you all. But have a great night, folks.
See you tomorrow. Bye.